When God shows up in your life, does he show up big or does he show up whispering? I think it's both. Sometimes we have to just stay quiet and listen. That's what adoration is for. That is sitting quietly, conversing with God, and really shutting up and just letting your mind, like, not focus on nothing and just say, man, talk to me. Well, because you will be, your mind's going to be racing 99% of the time. And sometimes he just rolls up bringing the big guns. I really like the big guns when he shows up, because that ultimately is a, like, whew, man, there's a relief, God. You can literally feel the relief when he shows up with the big guns. Like, whatever situation you're battling, and then there's a conclusion. And it's a conclusion that's better than you had hoped and prayed for. Feel that relief off of your shoulders and your chest and your mind. Feel it. I feel it. It's not long standing. It ain't forever. You got another battle to fight. But man, take the win when God gives it to you, and praise God that he gives you wins, because whenever you feel good about the win, knowing that he's behind it, you can manage to move on another day. Today there was a couple wins that I felt really provided some, just like, okay, we're moving, we're pivoting, we're good, you know. We're not excellent, we're not destitute, we're just good. And God hears what you have to say. Doesn't mean he'll give it to me. It just means he's there, and he'll show up sometime. He'll show up every time, but he'll show up when you need him. I took some advice from Gary Vee, which anybody watching this probably know who Gary Vee is. And he says, man, when I get down and out, I think about losing my wife or kids or parents, and all of us, and I stop feeling down and out. I've heard him say that for years, but man, I really have been kind of using that metric there for the last, I don't know how much time, and it works. I tell you what, it absolutely works. And last night, we're sitting there at a birthday party for my nephew, and some family members have a family member, 34 years old, dying of liver cancer, and he's done. And boy, I just keep thinking, you know, God gave me another day on this earth, and he wants me to do something. I gotta do it to the best of my ability. And yeah, there's gonna be things that's gonna be extremely painful, and there's some suffering that's gonna come along with it, and it ain't gonna be fun. It's gonna suck a lot of times, you know, especially as you get older. It don't get easier as you get older. Kids think that. It does not, especially when you're trying to push yourself to the limit, mentally and all those type of things. 34 years old. I think I hadn't heard yet today, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, he was definitely on the way out. And a part of me is so terribly sad, for sure, for his wife, young kid, and young family life. I mean, 34. That's 8 years behind me, and a lot has happened in 8 years for me. that he'll never experience being an old man, being a middle-aged man. And they're going to miss him. He's got a wife, kids, and family. They're all going to miss him dearly. Flip side, he gets to go hug Jesus. He gets to go and be with Jesus. And all that pain and suffering he had to endure the last few years of going through this horrible cancer, liver cancer. He will have some graces behind that for sure. Ain't no doubt about it. So if there's another little nugget of today, if you're feeling terrible, just think about it. Losing somebody that you love very close. And just thank God that you got one more day with them on earth. Okay, y'all have a good evening.